This is Chris Jenkins along with Dustin Phifer. We are at the CharlotteVibe.com Panthers post-game show. And the Panthers continue today their streak of beating bad teams pretty good with a 30-15 victory. We're going to run through the scoring summary real quick for you today because we have a special guest that we want to have enough time with, Travelle Wharton. We got an offensive lineman that's probably going to be on the show today. But the Panthers started off with their defense, taking the lead, which has been the story all season with Captain Mullen interception. He tiptoed on the sideline. I almost got in trouble cheering in the press box, but Captain came through, scored on the touchdown. It was, interception 45 yards.
And not often you say it. I mean, biggest play of the game, first play of the game.
Yeah.
An interception like that, get a touchdown and get your team rolling.
Yeah. Panthers came back, got a safety, unfortunately. We kind of knew it was going to happen. He was a 99-yard touchdown. It was going to be a safety. They ended up getting a safety and made it 7-2 with the Panthers. Second quarter featured the Rams with the field goal, and the Panthers as well scored a field goal and a touchdown.
Kind of back and forth there, Chris. I mean, the Rams were gaining some yards, but the Panthers defense continued to do a good job of kind of bending but not breaking. And even had a goal line stand before that safety to stop the Rams from scoring. So good job by the defense to only allow field goals early on. Yeah,
so that took us to the half with the Rams down 5-17.
Weird score.
It was a weird score all day. Third quarter, St. Louis scored 7 points. The Panthers scored 10. And in the last quarter, each team scored a field goal to bring it to a final score of, again, 30-15, with the Panthers now being a 500 team at 3-3.
Man, it feels good to say that, right? 500, 2 wins in a row finally. Teams got some momentum. Played in a feisty, chippy game today. Team came together, got a kind of an ugly win. But when you get a win like that and you win 2 in a row and you got an even slate at 500, team's feeling good.
Yeah, so now we're going to go to our commercial break, and we're coming back with Travelle Wharton, offensive lineman for the Carolina Panthers.
All right, we're back with Travelle Wharton here live on our Panthers post-game show. Once again, the Panthers with a 30-15 win over the St. Louis Rams today. Get back to 3-3 on the season. Good win, 2 in a row. How are y'all feeling going into the short week here now?
You know, we feel great. You know, we put in a lot of hard work in practice, and now it's paying off with the win. To get back to 500 is a great statement for us in October, you know, so we have to keep building on it.
Now, all the talk in the locker room about how feisty this game was, one of the chippiest games I've seen in a while. But it seemed like you kept your composure pretty good. A lot of the penalties, except for a couple, went their way. What do you got to do in that kind of game like that?
It's tough. You have to keep your composure. But one of the things is you have to make it happen on the play during the rules of football. Just go out there and play hard and, you know, just play up to your ability. And that's what we tried to do. And, you know, things got out of hand at one point. But, you know, for us as professionals is to keep our composure.
Now, I think one of the things I noticed, and I'm sure the fans noticed, is this team, the locker room's coming together. They're bonding. I mean, even if it's a little one-on-one scuffle with another teammate, the whole team's over there making sure that guys are all right. How have y'all bonded already this season?
You know, it's the respect in the locker room. You know, that's what we have in that locker room. We see what each man go out there every day and put in the work during practice and then come out there on Sundays and execute. You know, you have nothing but the utmost respect for them, and you don't want to see any of your teammates go down any type of way. So for us, is to go out there and protect each other, lean on each other during the course of the game, but you know, protect each other.
Now, what did you see out there that you liked in the game? I mean, you know, defense comes out, gets you started with a turnover and a touchdown right off the bat. What can y'all take away from this game, keep your momentum rolling?
Oh, man, we have to be consistent, and that's it. You know, our defense been playing lights out. You know, and when things happen during the game, we have to keep our composure and get first downs, and that's the key for us, get first downs and score. And on offense, don't turn the ball over. So if we can do that and maintain drives, we can be all right.
And again, we're here with Travelle Wharton on our Panthers post-game show. You've been here a while, second time around. Is this one of the best or not best defenses that you've had since you've been here with the team?
It is, man. This is a young group. You know, you've seen guys that we had in the past, and when I first came in right after the Super Bowl year, it was a pretty tough defense, but you see these guys right here, they're active. They work hard, you know. You admire that when they work hard in practice, and then you see it happen on Sundays. It's like, man, that's what I've been going against all week, you know. So these guys really get out there and they pay attention to detail also.
Now fans, you came in right at the start of the season, but they knew what they were getting from you. You're a veteran here. You know, you come back to help the O-line out. A lot of people don't realize with the offensive line is almost more chemistry than anything. And you can see the first couple of weeks you were trying to get things adjusted, but now you've kind of found that rhythm. Y'all finally feel like y'all are playing right together?
We are. And it's all about communication. We all have to be on the same page. If we all wrong, We all be wrong. Don't let one person be wrong. You know, we all have to be a unit and go with the center, guards, and tackles. We in the same meeting room, so we hearing the calls. We know what we're supposed to do, and that's the big key for us. Everybody do your job and go out there and protect the man beside you.
Now, we talked about it before we started filming. I think the two words I heard the most after the game was cold tub. 4 days before a game. I mean, just talk about how hard that is as an NFL player to come back on that short week.
You know, this was a very physical game. You know, it was a chippy game. It was a very physical game for us. So now it's really taking care of your body. A lot of mental reps, knowing what to do. So when we get out there on Thursday, you may not have did it during the week physically, but you have to know mentally where to be and where not to be. So for us, it's getting those mental reps and icing and preparing your body for another physical game.
And then when you go against a team like Tampa Bay who's winless, you know, everybody goes in, oh, the Panthers better win this game, But how hard is it playing against a desperate team like that?
Man, it's an NFL team.
Yeah.
You know, week in and week out, you better be ready every Sunday to play. You know, for us, it's Thursday. We better be ready to play because we know what the Bucs are, what they are capable of doing.
Now, we've got a lot of interaction with our fans here at Charlotte Vibe, and they're so glad to have you back. You're one of the classiest guys of the organization, and, you know, definitely do a lot for the team. What would you like to say out there to the fans back with the Carolina Panthers?
I'm back home. You know, that's the thing. I'm back home. This has been my home my whole NFL career. I love the fans here. The support of the city of Charlotte for my family has been phenomenal. So I'm glad to be back here. This is where I'm gonna be, you know, in Charlotte. So for me, this is home.
And quickly, before we let you go, one of the guys you've been around is Steve Smith, 800th catch, and probably a guy who loves to play in a game like this. I mean, when you go to war with a guy like that, just talk about that.
Man, you know, Steve is one of those guys that you go down a dark alley, you're gonna bring with you. He's chippy, he's fiery, not just in the game. You just see him do it. From day one when I walked in the Panthers on the practice field, I see him going up for the catches, going after people, and I'm like, man, this is what a professional football player does. So, you know, nothing but admiration for Steve Smith, the way he practiced, the way he prepares, and he's just a fiery guy, and that's who he is.
Well, we appreciate you coming on. Again, another big win, 3-3 on the season. Any way that the fans can follow you on social networks anywhere?
I'm on Twitter.
Okay.
You know,
give me your name so they can take it.
It's at Travelle Wharton. So I'm on Twitter. I'm not a technology person. I'm getting into it, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. So I'm on Twitter and Facebook. So, you know, tweet me.
Well, again, we appreciate you coming on, Travelle. Like I said, a big win. You finally got back to that 3-3 record, got the momentum going, 2 wins in a row, and we wish you the best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks a lot. We'll be right back just after this.
So that was Dustin Phifer with Travelle Wharton on our post-game show. So as we promised, we're going to go to have a player on the show after each and every home game. For away games, they're going to call in. We really like your engagement. Following us on Twitter, following us on Facebook. Submit us your questions. We'll be sure to have those guys online.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely love interacting with the fans. It's always fun to get on there and talk football with all our fans. So we appreciate all the questions you send in, the support. And hey, maybe we've got a superstition going here. If you're superstitious about your football team,
right,
we're 3-0 when we've had a player on the show. So if you want the Panthers to keep rolling, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, and we'll definitely make sure to get all your questions into the players.
Absolutely. So once again, follow us on Twitter. Submit your questions to us. All that stuff we enjoy. It helps the players come on and helps us do what we like to do, which is cover the Panthers. And we don't charge you for looking at our shows, which some news publications do these days.
And if you don't know, Chris is, in the locker room for every single practice. So if you have those questions for players, like he said, make sure you get them to him. We'll get you what you want to hear. The players are great about wanting to interact with the fans, so definitely keep that support coming.
So once again, Chris Jenkins, Dustin Phifer, CharlotteVibe.com. We'll see you Thursday night.